Most of the time when we hear about a silver alert, we assume an elderly person has gone missing. But state law currently allows for some situations where people under the age of 65 can also qualify for a silver alert.
And as 12 News journalist Erica Stapleton found out, a new bill before the legislature could actually expand some of those parameters. Erica?
Yeah, Mark Caribe, the impetus for some of these proposed changes comes from parents and advocates who feel they're dismissed or ignored if their child or teen is considered a regular runaway.
Mom of 6 boys.
6 boys, yes.
Elisa Zaccoli is used to juggling a lot.
And we would come here to this park. We would take walks around the park, around the lake, and feed the ducks, things like that.
Including challenges with her adopted son, James. Elisa said he had cognitive disabilities and struggled with substance use. He'd been to hospitals, treatment centers, and group homes. And sometimes he'd run away.
And I would call the police departments, and they would basically tell me that they wouldn't be able to help me. They wouldn't do anything because my son was a teenager and that he was just considered a runaway. As a family member, you are constantly in a state of hope and hell.
In June 2024, it was hell. Mesa police reported 16-year-old James Zaccoli left his group home on June 1st. He was later found and taken to a hospital, where he died about a week after he first went missing. Mesa police put out a missing persons bulletin on June 3rd, and the Department of Public Safety released a silver alert on June 5th.
That silver alert could have saved my child. It could have saved his life.
Now she and other advocates are pushing lawmakers to pass House Bill 2894, which would expand parameters of silver alerts to include a person with cognitive disabilities of any age. The proposed law also mandates departments put out silver alerts immediately if someone meets the criteria.
We do not have something that actually helps parents, help children who cannot help themselves, who have cognitive disabilities, who are under the age of 18.
The bill favorable with lawmakers so far, with room for more conversation.
I'd like to see the sheriff's officers, police association weigh in on this. However, the underlying intent of this bill is off to a great start.
Now at the park in Gilbert.
They swam in the pool. They would climb in these trees.
Elisa reminisces.
And we would just hang out, just be a family.
And resolves to make a difference for kids like James.
Our community needs to know that these are not acceptable losses.
The bill is slated for a third reading in the House, which could come as soon as next week. And to be clear, this would be different than an Amber Alert, which has its own specific criteria. In those cases, a child has to be abducted and in danger, and there has to be information about a suspect. We're in the studio. Erica Stapleton, 12 News.
Erica.